Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube video. So in this video we are going to learn about OOPS and PHP. So if you go to my channel you won't find any educated videos, but today we are doing one for our college work. So in this video we are going to discuss about the concepts in OOPS but in PHP. So this video is oriented for those who already know what is OOPS but they want to learn it in PHP. So the concept which we are going to learn in OOPS are classes, objects, constructors and destructors. So here I've installed added and dollar sign because as you know in PHP we use this dollar sign to initialize a variable. Now the third thing we are going to learn is the access modifiers. Fourth is the inheritance. Fifth is constants. Sixth abstract class, and the seventh is interferences. So all this we are going to see what are these concepts in OOPS along with some code. So let us come down, scroll it down and come to classes and objects. So classes, what do you mean by classes? So classes is a wide term which is used to define some particular thing. So for example, if you say in a classroom, so classroom is a class, but in the classroom you can find some 9 pointers would be there. Some people those who attend classes regularly, they are there. Some those who never occur in the class are there. Some those who have the backlogs. So there are many kind of people in a class. Okay, so those many kind of people are called as objects. So class is defined by using the class keyword. So in order, if you want to use the classes in your code, you need to define a class keyword. Okay, and whatever code you need to write it in the curly braces. Okay, so now one more thing we need to understand is that classes are nothing without objects. So one more thing, if students don't come to class, okay, then is there any point of keeping a class? Exactly, no, right? So whenever you want to define an object, then only we need to create a class. If you're not defining any object, no class can be made. But from one class we can make multiple objects. Okay, so from one class we can have many attributes, many objects can be made from one class. Each object has all the properties and methods defined in the class. So what is an object? So if a student is coming to a class, so that student would be liable to access all the resources which are in the classroom. Like the student can sit on the bench, right? He can learn from the faculty who is teaching them. If it's a lab class, he can get the access to use the computers in the lab. So this all are the properties of the class which the student can use. So in the same way, objects can also use the properties, all the properties of the classes. So now here is a code which we have written for the classes and the objects. So to be very honest, this all codes are available on W3 School. So for complete information and detailed write-up information, directly go search in W3 School. You'll get a detailed explanation of all these topics. So let us understand the code now. So first we have written doc type HTML that defines we are writing the PHP code in HTML document. Okay, right? And then down we come, here starts a PHP. So in PHP we have defined a class fruit. So what is fruit over here? Fruit is the name of the class. Okay, so now inside this curly bracket we are defining the properties of the fruit. So public, so this public, what is public? So this all things we are going to learn in the further concept called access modifiers. So now we have created a public variable name. So this name is the name of the fruit which we are talking about. Then we have public color. So this is the color of the fruit we are talking about. Then methods. What are methods? Methods are basically functions in which few lines of code will be written and we will be getting some inputs out of it. Sorry, outputs out of it. So we are writing some methods also in this code, that is function set name. So function is the keyword to define a method. The name of the function is set name. So what this function is doing, it is setting the name of the fruit. So we are passing of the variable name in this function set name. So here we have written this name is name. So we are allocating the particular method a name which belongs to this name. So then let us come down. One more function, one more method we are making over here, that is get name. So that before function which we made was to set the name. Now we are making a function to retrieve the value of name. So this function will return you this name. So whichever name we have entered, that will be returned to us. So similarly for the color also we have defined the functions in the same way. First is set color, then the actual color which we are taking out from a variable input will be stored here, and the function get color will return us the value of the color of the fruit which we are entering. Then let us move to a main body function. So here we have defined a variable apple, which apple is a new fruit. Then we have apple, the set name. We are calling out the function set name and passing the variable apple. The variable name is apple. So this will set the name of the variable as apple. Then if we want to set the color, so we are setting it as red. So this will set the color of the apple as red. So what has been done over here? So in this line we created an object of fruit. So this apple is a variable where we are storing new fruit. So new is a keyword to define an object out of the class fruit. Understood? Okay. So now we are setting up the values for the variables defined in the fruit class. So the name is defined as apple, that is passed there, and the color is also set to be as red, which also passed. Now we need to retrieve the values. So echo is a keyword that we use to print some statements in PHP. So we are echoing name. So name, how we'll get name? We'll write the name of the object, or name of the object is apple. So name of the object is apple, get name. Okay, so we will be retrieving the value of the name of that fruit from the class. Then we have apple get color. So we'll again this code will be retrieving the color of the apple. Now at the end we are closing out the body and the HTML tags. Okay, so right, we were checking whether the video is on or not. Yes, it's on. Now see the output. We had name apple, so name is written, along with that apple has been printed, color is red and it's also printed. So now what we'll do, we'll copy this code and run it in a text editor. So let us copy it all. So you can use any text editor of your choice. My choice is Sublime because I'm using it since my childhood. So no issues, whatever you use. So I think I need to remove this HTML because I have already saved my program in form of PHP. So let me just save it and let us run it. So in order to run a PHP program, you need to go to localhost / your folder name. So this is my folder name. Yes, you can find the name is printed as apple and the color is printed as red. So I'll zoom it in. So let me zoom it so that you can see it more clearly. Yes, this is what we wanted as the output. We have got it. So this shows our code is working absolutely fine. So let us go to another concept. So what is our another concept? Let us go to the PDF alone. Let us do page down. Oh yeah, constructors. So what are constructors? Let us see. So what is the word constructor? So constructor means building blocks, right? Yes or no? So constructors are something that helps you in building something. Yeah. So in a program, when we are using constructor, it will be helping us to initialize the properties of objects when the object is created. So what is the meaning of constructor? The constructor will allow you to initialize the values of the objects when they are being created. Okay, so let us understand the code for it, then we'll go to the detailed explanation. So again, it's doc type HTML body, then we have PHP, again the same class. We will be using the same program for everything. So let us directly come to a function part. So function is the construct. So this is the constructor which we are making over here. Here the constructor So guys, we are back again to discuss the constructor code. So here will be discussing about the constructor code. Let me check whether my audio, video all are on. Recording is on. Yes. Now we can go ahead. So here we have the same HTML code is the HTML beginning code is over here. Let us not waste time on the HTML code. Let us directly go to the PHP. So in PHP, we are declaring a class called as fruit. We are putting the variables name and color into it. Again, we are making a function constructor. So we are making a constructor over here, which will be having two variables, name and color. So name, we are adding this name is equal to name. So whatever name in the object when we declare, that will be saved in this name. Whatever color we are declaring in the object, that will be saved in this color. So this is the way of getting the input through constructor function. So now how to get the output? So for getting the output, we are making function get name. So we are creating some functions which will be returning this name. So what is this name? The name of the object. Then we are again returning this color. So what is the color? The color which we are getting from the object. So now we are defining an object apple over here. From the class fruit, we are passing two variables. So two variables were name and the color. So name is apple and color is red. All right. Okay. So now we are echoing. Echo means printing. So we are printing apple get name. So we are printing the name of the apple. Then we are taking a break. Then we are echoing sample get color apple, sorry, that is dollar. So apple get color. So we are printing the color of the object. Let us come down. There our PHP code ends. I already typed the code over here. So this is constructor code. We'll save it. Now I'll show you to run it. This is constructor of PHP in a local host. We'll run it. And yeah, we got the output which we wanted. That is apple and red. So now when we are finished with the constructor, now we need to make a destructor. What is destructor? So destructor, as the name suggests, it is made to destroy the constructor. Okay, so in order, we can say that to stop a constructor function, we need to call the destructor function. That's it. That's the only work the destructor does. So what is the destructor's work? To stop the working of the constructor. So this is what the destructor does. So destructor is called when the object is destructed or the script is stopped. So the same code we'll discuss again. We have again created a class fruit. We are putting some values name and color into it. We are making a constructor which will be taking the values of name and color from the object. We are saving this name and color as this name. We are then calling a function destruct to finish this constructor which we have created. And then what we'll do, we'll print the values of which values we'll printing. Print the values of this name and this color. So this name is what? The name of the fruit, and this color is what? The color of the fruit which you are making. Okay. So now we are defining our object. So what is the object? Our object is apple. New apple. From new apple is the object made from the class fruit. Two variables the class had, that is name and color. So we have defined the two variables as apple and red. So when we call this function, we will be getting the name of the fruit as this name becomes apple and this color becomes red. So this also I'll run and show you. So I already have the code for this. You can see destructor.php. We'll save it. Go to a local host. Where is a local host? Here it is. So let us go back. Yeah, let us go to the destructor of PHP, and yes, this is what our output is. The fruit is apple and the color is red. All right, our code is working great. So now we have discussed all these things. Now we need to specify the three main things, that is access modifiers. So what access modifiers? There are three types. One is public, protected, private. So three, public, protected, private. Oh, let me take you to the PDF which I've made for you guys, but I've copied from the W3 school as I'm specifying the reference again and again. So it won't be copying, right? So this is the access modifier. So three types of access modifiers. So let us take a real life example. So some things are public, some things are protected, some things are private. So what is a public thing? So public things are those things which are known to everyone. Okay. Everyone will be knowing the attributes, the things which are public, like what college you go, what degree you're pursuing, what work you're doing. These all things are known to everyone. So these all things comes under public. And some things are protected. So this protected things can be your girlfriend's name, which only you know and your close ones know. Okay. Then comes the private, the things that only you know. Okay. So we'll discuss each and every three of them. So yes, the recording has started again, as the auntie said. So now what is public? So public, I gave you some nice examples. So let us deal in the programming sense. So public are those variables. Public is keyword which will be putting before those variables that we need to access in any part of a program. Okay, if we are adding public some variable that can be accessed at every part of the program, then we are protected. Protected, as I said, only you and your close ones will be knowing it. So you means your class, the class in which the function has been defined. Sorry, the variable has been defined or method has been defined. Both of them we can add a keyword as protected or public also. So only that class which you are in and the class which is derived from that particular class can access the values of protected variables or protected methods. Then we come to the private. Some things are there, some heartbreaks which only you know. So that comes under private, that only you know. So only your class will be knowing, can only be accessed by your own class. So we can say that to a brief extent, you have understood what these three things do in a program. So let us run this PHP code as well. So first, let us understand what the code is. So here earlier we were having two variables only because third was not needed. But as we want to show you the working of all the three type of access specifiers, we'll be showing you the three variables. So we made a class fruit, we declared three variables, name, color, height. Oh no, wait, sorry. Then now we are making the functions. So function is set a name. Here we'll be declaring the name, which is a public function, or we can call it as default function. Then we are defining a protector function. Protector function can be accessed in the class itself or only in the derived classes. So here we are setting the color in the variable n. So this is a protector function. Then we have a private function. So we are setting the weight as the private. So again in this variable n we have set the weight. So now if we come, we are making a new fruit mango. We have got some variations. Until now we studied the apple. Now we are studying the mango. So mango is a new fruit. We have called the class to create an object named mango. Now we are setting the mango name as mango. So it will set because it was a default function. Default means public function. So that has set the name of the mango to be as mango. But now we are setting the color. So we haven't derived any class out of the fruit class. Okay, we are not deriving any of the class from the fruit class. So this value cannot be used in this part of the code because it's not derived from fruit class. So here we'll be getting an error. Okay, and public private, as you know, it's meant to be kept private. So as we come out of the class fruit, the rishta, you understand the relation between the weight function and the object has been ended. So here also we'll be getting an error. So the output, you can find it over here. It looks like this. It shows PHP fatal uncaught error called to protected method, like the protected method has been called but it cannot be accessed. So this is the line 20 they're showing us the error. Because it has caught an error in this line, it does not specify this error, but however, if you remove this code, it will give you error on this code as well. So if you remove both of this code, it will run this code very well. So I'll show you by running it in our, first let me copy it. I'll run it in the local host and show you for 3 different types. Copy it, create a, come to Sublime, Control S, we'll name it as access, ACCESS .php. No, we don't message anything. We use things for free. All right. So this is what a PHP code looks like. I think now I would have created a Word doc only because I need to set the indentation again and again. A public function. Okay. This name comes down. Protector function. This color comes down. Private function also comes down. Weight comes down. Yeah, mango will also come down. Okay. Then our PHP code ends. So see how colorful it looks. So let us save it over here and run it over here. So let me refresh it. Oh, we found access.php. Oh, it says that we are having an error. So now let me show you by commenting this two part, whether the code is running fine or not. So comment, just press Control and backslash, save the function, come to the Chrome browser, any browser. My preference is Chrome. So the code is working fine. Yeah. But if I uncomment these 2 lines and comment this line, what will happen? The code still won't work. It will throw an error. So our local host is over here. Refresh it. We got an error, yeah? Obviously, we should get. If I comment this line too and run, it will again show me an error. It's showing on line 13, again it will show on line 14. So the protected and the private, we cannot call it. So now let us go back again to our code. So code is understood. So we'll uncomment this all things. So I hope this all things are being clear to you. What are access modifiers? So now one more dangerous thing which you're going to learn now is interferences. So let me get back with the PDF which I made myself, my own minute. Inheritance. What is inheritance? So what you do when you want to say someone something on their khandan, on their blood. So that is what inheritance, like your height is tall, your dad is tall, so you are tall. So you inherited the property of height from your dad. What you are bald, sorry, if you are, but if you're bald, and your father is also bald, so that property are inherited from your parent. So inheritance in OOPS is the class that derives from another class. So in learning inheritance, what we'll be doing is we'll be creating multiple classes, and those multiple classes will be inheriting some values from the other classes. Okay, so the child class will inherit all the public and the protected properties from the parent class. Okay, so what is happening? One will be the parent class who will be giving the values. Okay, one will be the child class who will be taking the values from the parent class. Understood? All right. So as we discussed, public can be accessed anywhere in the code. Protected can be accessed only in the derived classes. Okay, so here the child class is derived from where? for the parent class. So we can use, here we can use the protected functions of variables in the child class also. So now we'll be going to the code. So this is the code again, the HTML basic. Here we are creating a class that is fruit. We are assigning the name and color to it. We are making a constructor again like in the previous code. Then now comes the main thing that the protected function is made, intro. So intro doesn't mean ragging. Yeah, intro means the introduction of the fruit which is made. So this intro will be printing what are things? It will be printing the name and the color of the fruit. Now what we're doing? Now here we are making another class which is strawberry. So fruit, what is fruit? Fruit is a class. What is strawberry? Strawberry is the name of the fruit. All right. So we have made a separate class for that fruit called strawberry. Now, how this strawberry class will get access to all the parameters, all the variables, all the methods which are stored in fruit. So just by using a keyword called extends. So when the strawberry has used the keyword extends, it will be getting all the values, all the parameters, all the variables, and all the functions in the class fruit. So who is the parent over here? Who is inheriting? The fruit is inheriting. Who is taking the inherited properties? Strawberry. So strawberry is the child and fruit is the parent. All right, understood, done. So now what we're doing, now we are passing some messages. Okay, so what message we are passing? We are passing the message echo, means print. Am I a fruit or a berry? So this strawberry is confused whether it's a berry or it's a fruit. So now how it will be knowing it, whether it's a fruit or berry? It will call its parent function. Okay, so we have made a function intro in the parent class called as fruit. So it is calling this intro. So whatever will be there, the introduction will be given. Now at the bottom, we are making a object called strawberry from the class strawberry. So this strawberry class is inherited from fruit. It will contain all the values of fruit class. So we are passing through variables strawberry and red. So let us see whether it works okay or not. Here it is in okay, but we can't believe anyone, right? I'll show you by running it. Also, it is calling one more function, that is message. Message function was made in strawberry class itself. So it will be calling the message function from its class only, which was a private. So let me copy down this code and run it. Again, I need to change the indentation. No issues. We'll do it together. Control B. So this public comes down, this public comes down. Public comes down. So let me change the indentation. I think I should convert the PDF to Word. It's giving me some more work which I don't want to do. So I think it's done. Yeah. Okay. We'll save it and run it. So what is the name? It's inheritance.php. Let us save it. Go to our local host Let us see whether it has come or not. Yeah, it is a inheritance of PHP. Yes. Am I a fruit or berry? This has been come from the parent class fruit, where we invoke the function intro. Then in the child process, it gave the fruit is strawberry and the color is red. So the child process is answering the question. The fruit is strawberry. And what is the color of the fruit? The color of the fruit is red. So again, resuming from where we stopped, the desired output, we have got it over here. Let us go back to a PDF. So now what is the next topic we are going to learn? The next topic is the constant. So what a constant? Like we address in some of our Insta pics, Insta bios, like constant at the rate some person, right? So constant is that the thing which will never change. Okay. So constant are those people doesn't never change in your life. Similarly, the constant in a program are those variables, those functions which will never change throughout the code. Understood? What is constant? All right. So constant, if you define it once in the program, it cannot be changed, it cannot be redeclared, it cannot be reinitialized. So constant has to be the same for everything. So here is a code which we are having. So code says that PHP class is goodbye. So we are leaving a message. Thank you for visiting W3 school. So here my plaque just came out, which I've copied from W3 school. So no issues over here. So what is the message over here? So here constant is the keyword in the class goodbye with the variable name as leaving message that says thank you for visiting W3 school. And then we are having a public function. Bye. So that public function, the function is public, accessible anywhere in the code. So that function is saying bye. And what will be printed if you call this function? The function is self-calling function that will call the leaving message. So we are creating a new object goodbye from the class goodbye. The goodbye function is calling bye. When we call the function bye, what will be printed? It will be printing thanks for visiting W3 school. So again, let us copy the code, paste it in the Sublime editor, run it in the local host, and let me show you how it works. We are back to Sublime, Control N, Control V. Let me do the indentation. Public, you come down. Eco, you also come down. You will come down. You go away. That. So this is what is our code looks like. We'll save it as constant.php. Enter, go to a local host, refresh the page. So let us see whether we can find, yeah, here is a constant PHP. It says, thank you for visiting W3 school. We'll make some changes. We'll write, thank you for coming in my life. Okay, we'll save it. We'll run it. Yeah. We'll run it. Yeah, the changes are made. You're saying you're thanking someone to come in your life after giving them a goodbye message. I think it's more painful over here. Yeah, I don't think anyone will watch this video except my ma'am. Let's hope that I get few views or some comments regarding this heartbreak. The next topic which you are going to learn is the abstraction. What is abstraction? So abstraction is a method. What is the meaning of abstract? So when you write some research paper, okay, when you write an abstract, right? So what is abstract about? Abstract is telling about what you're going to do. What is the thing about? So similarly in a programming, we create an abstract class. So this class will contain some methods. So these methods which have the properties of abstraction are called as abstract class. So when we declare an abstract class, we need to mention abstract as a keyword. Okay. So when a abstract method is a method that is declared. So we are declaring a method with the name abstract method, and this is not implemented in the code. So this is the code PHP. The parent class is as name as car. So car will have name. We are making a constructor. We are importing the value of name. So this, if you practice the constructor part well, and you not have to tell you this again and again. And then again, we are making a function intro, which is string type of. Then the child class comes, which will be taking the values of the parent class car. So the child is Audi. The Audi will give its intro, then it will return choose German quality and the name of, and it will print I am this name. So whatever the name it is getting from the object creation, it will be importing it over here and print. So guys, again for Volvo, for Citroen, these all things are there. So now we are creating the object for the child classes. So one was the Audi, which went up. Wait, I'll take it down. So here we are making Audi, new Audi. So we are passing the name, your Audi. So this name will go to the constructor. The constructor will circulate it every elsewhere where it is required. For Volvo also the same. It is also invoking the function intro. So that whatever was written in the function intro, that will also get printed. For all the three cars we are doing it, let us copy the code, again execute it, and then I'll let you know whether it works fine or not. I think it's an art since I'm shooting. My throat has been thirsted, but no matter, we'll complete the oops in PHP now, today itself. So where is things? It's over here, then over here. Now I regret deleting my Word doc because I need to improve the indentation again and again. No problem, guys. Anything for you? बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ रहा है guys. I hope you give me a like for this all minute of indentation. I know it's my fault only, but what's going? I'm giving a like. You should dislike my dena because the dislike count is disabled by YouTube. Okay, so Control S. So, let us save it first. What is the name? What is the topic we're discussing? It's I too forgot. Abstraction. Abs abstraction dot php. Go again, reload, you got abstraction of PHP. Oh, syntax error, token public. Let us see line 3. I knew it. Line 3, public name. Oh, class तो बना ही नहीं. So we need to first make the class star. Then only we can take these values. Control S. Let's tell the indentation fault. Oh, what is this? Acha, we need to. Yeah, what are you doing, man? Take the abstract also down. Now you save it. Now it will work well. I guarantee you. Yes, proud to be Swedish. I'm Volvo. Prince extravaganza. I'm Citroen. So this is what our output should look like, and we're getting this output only. Okay, let's go to the next topic now. What is the next topic? Let us find it out. Interfaces. So, like we had inheritance from one class to inherit the property from one class to other class by using the keyword extends. Similarly, interface is also a block of code that we will be using from one interface to other classes also. So interface, it's like called as polymorphism. So what is interface? It's a vast concept. Okay, so it can't be discussed in a small 1 hour video. So we'll discuss that in detail later. Okay, I'll be making a video soon if you watch my YouTube channel regularly. Now we'll just see the code, whether we understand the code. If we understand the code well, it will be better. We go to W3 school, learn the inheritance interfaces concept over there. It will be quite good if we learn it from there. Yeah, I'm getting a pop-up notification on my phone. I'm looking there. So this is doc.html, HTML, basic HTML code. Here we define our interface. One more thing. In interfaces, we can only define functions. Functions, methods, the same thing. So here is our interface definition. The name of an interface is animal. And what is the function given to the interface animal? Make sound. Now we are creating different classes. Okay. So these classes are class cat, which implements the keyword for using interfaces, implements the keyword for using what? Inheritance. From one class to other classes extends. So to use interface, we call implements. So class cat implements animal. So when it is calling implements animal, so the properties, the methods in the interface class, interface animal will come to the class of cat. Means the sound, the make sound functions created will automatically come down to the class cat. Okay, so what sound does a cat make? Meow. Sorry, meow. Oh, meow will be printed. Don't take me seriously. Then we are checking it for one more. That is dog. So what sounds the dog makes? Bow, bow. That is bark. So what sound the mouse makes? Squeak, that we call. Okay. Then the list of animals, that is creating the object, creating the object of the classes. Like cat will make new cat, dog will make new dog, mouse will make new mouse. So these are the objects, this cat, dog, mouse, which are defined in the left side of the objects. On the right side, by using the new keyword, we are making the object from the class. Understood? Yes. So now what we have to do? Now we are making a for loop. We are making a use of for loop. So what we are doing, for each means for every values in animals, we are printing the sound. So it will be printing the sound of all the animals all at once. This is the basic for loop code. No need to explain this. So thanks. So we'll copy it from here. We'll go straight up where we started the PHP. We'll copy it. We'll go to a Sublime editor, my favorite. I don't like VS Code. Many people will quote me on this, but I don't like for front-end development. Ah, yaar. Interface definition. Interface animal. Public. Make sound. Class cat. Public. New. Okay. Come down. YouTube. Come down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. People, calm down. Why is this all commented? Wait a minute. Don't sing that song. Wait a minute. I think I lost my consciousness. So here's a for loop code. This is what I execute in a for loop. For loop ends over here. PHP and through here. So this is how a code should look like. I'll save it as whatever the name, interfaces, interface dot php. I'll save it. Come on to our localhost. The name is interface.php. We run Oh, meow, bark, squeak. So meow does the cat, bark does the dog, squeak does the mouse. All right, our code is functioning very great. We're grateful for this code. The last topic, I think the last topic which of the day is we're finished. Oh, guys, that today's agenda has been finished. We have completed the topics, the major topics in PHP Oops. We have completed all in this one video. So I guarantee you that if you watch this video of mine and then refer to W3 School, you will be acing your Oops in PHP. But the main thing is you need to watch my video also. So this is a classes object, the destructors, access modifiers, inheritance, constant, abstract class, interference, all those things we have covered it today itself in one video. So in about 1 hour only we finish all these concepts. So do give it a watch. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also leave back your comments. And thank you guys for watching until here. So now I'll stop.